No, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Something really terrible, really bad has happened. I got winged. There is no time for a hello, and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft server with me, Zedaf. The alarm is going off, and we need to turn it off. I only just installed the darn thing. We already have an emergency. You might remember a little while ago, we offered a challenge to the Yes Wings Club. I put a challenge to you, Yes Wings Club. If you can get an elytra on me and make me fly without my choosing, I will become a proud member of the Yes Wings Club, whichever club you're part of. And to be honest, I completely forgot about it. You probably completely forgot about it, but they didn't completely forgot about it. They used my own lab against me. I wasn't recording at the time of the wingening, but here's a little reconstruction of what happened. I am just going about my normal day here at my zombification healing chamber, where I go and get my apples and weakness potions out of these dispensers over here normally. Oh no. I've got wings on my back now, and an apple. What? So yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened. I was genuinely very surprised. I saw the little advancement pop up saying, "Sky's the limit. You found an elytra," and I was like, "What? No, I didn't." And then I looked, and yeah, of course, it's on my back. And they decided to add Curse of Binding to it as well, which means, that kind of goes for the second part of the challenge. Technically, I said they need to put an elytra on me, and they also need to force me to fly. And obviously, I can just kind of go off a ledge. I can gently just fall down like this, and then my days up the top there, 320, are still very much intact. But you know what? I think we're just going to bite the bullet here. We're going to go out to the balcony, where there's a beautiful sunset, and we shall fly for the very first time. That's it. It's reset back to 0. Oh, there's a llama down here. Okay, this feels good. I have not been airborne all season, and it feels like absolutely forever. How am I going to get home now? I need to get some rockets and stuff. Have you got any rockets, llama? It also means we get to have an aerial look at our base for literally the first time ever this season. Okay, hang on. I've got to be careful flying around here. It has been some time. We can see Iron Mountain, how the progress of that is going. It's looking pretty good, you know. Oh, almost crashed. Okay. We can maybe do a harvest, actually. Let's go and have a little look from the top thing here. Yeah, look. We're getting full ones, finally. Oh, nice. Okay, so some of them still aren't done, which is incredible, just how long these things can take. But, yeah, if we grab the buckets, we can definitely start getting the powdered snow blocks, and we can certainly be doing some real experiments with those as well. What does the base look like from this angle? This is kind of the angle that's been developed on most recently. If we take a look, okay, yeah, so you can see a whole big thing stuck out of the side there. But ultimately, I think we just need more. You know, more is the way forward. More things spitting out the edge of the mountain, sticking out over here, sticking out over there. Glassy, white concretey. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Oh, of course, and the reason why, hello villager babies, the reason why I was up there doing the villager stuff anyway is we was getting some more villagers. We have 2 more now. We have a toolsmith, which gives us a diamond pickaxe for 1, and a diamond shovel for 1 as well, I guess, so we can just get tons and tons of tools if we ever need to, use a whole bunch to, like, dig a hole, and we don't want to bother with the mending or anything. And we also have a mason, especially for the block of quartz. Obviously, this build, I'm trying to use the white concrete, but slabs and stairs and things like that, we are using quartz for those instead. So this guy here is very important for that. I guess we can get, like, bricks and things too. Yeah, not really too much else. This is kind of cool. This is kind of cool for all the stone that we get. But ultimately, quartz are the reason you exist. Anyhow, now that we have some awesome wing power, we can finally get rid of these ladders, which have served me very well. A bunch of people in the comments were like, Zedaf, you're a scientist. You should be using scientific ways of getting up and down. And I tell you what, these ladders, they're incredibly scientific. They've got all sorts of forces and chemical related stuff to them. They're very scientific, so leave ladders alone, please. They served me very well, but they can go now because we have upgraded to rocket power. So we've removed our whole ladder from there and up the entire side of our villager baby making tower thing. There were some ladders all the way up the edge here, which we have now got rid of in replace of these 3 little doorways for the top floors, which as a skilled pilot, I can immediately fly into. Look at that. I'm as surprised as you are. And we can work on the floors a little bit more. So obviously we have our trading floor right down the bottom that we were just in. Then we have our zombifier floor there that we worked on a few episodes back. The next floor up is this one. Oh no, that wasn't very skillful. Haja, look at that. See, who needs ladders when you can fly as well as me? This floor is the job floor, which hopefully we'll get to work on real soon. But the floor I want to start on is the second one down. We make our babies up there, and they go down to this second floor, which is the baby growing floor. Remember, we sung happy birthday to all the little babies that would grow up, and I have a very, very cool, fun idea, very scientific idea that we can put right here. So we are going to be getting these little whippersnappers falling down from the ceiling above, and we need to deal with them for 20 minutes, all right? Having kids is really, really difficult. They're just so mischievous. They run around literally everywhere. Look, if we pop this guy out, look at him run! He's just crazy. But we need to keep this kid occupied for 20 minutes whilst you grow up. But we also want to create a kind of a filter system, right? They only need to go down to the next floor when they are grown up. But if they're a baby, they need to stay on this floor. And what's the best way? What's the best thing in a playground you can imagine to keep a little kid occupied? That's right. It's a centrifuge, and that is exactly what we are going to be building today. So if we get this cart going round and round and round, and go on, little kid. Look, there's a fun playground to be had. No, this way, please. There we go. Look how much fun he's having. And he could just stay there spinning around happily, centrifuging his lungs up as for the full 20 minutes, basically. From when he falls down, he goes in the centrifuge, spin, 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 spin. And then all we needed to do is detect when he is all grown up and he is now too big an adult to ride on such silly, childish games, and then we need to plop him down the floor below. And the beauty of this is we can get more than one cart as well. We can ride the centrifuge too, which seems like a lot of fun. All right, I'm getting a little dizzy already, but we can have multiple babies going around the centrifuge all at once, and then we just plop them off whenever they're fully grown. It's the perfect system. Now, to detect when this guy has grown up, his height will change. That is a big difference, and that is the thing that we can use to know, to kick him off the merry-go-roundabout centrifuge thing, the merry centrifuge, and we can use height by basically measuring with a tripwire, right? Unfortunately, these babies are exactly 1 block tall, so they would fit underneath this string, but because they're kind of in a minecart and on the rails and stuff, they're slightly bigger, so he will actually trigger this. So we need to go up slightly higher. Adults are 2 blocks tall, which means, again, if this string was kind of more like here, even though, as you can see, I don't really touch it, an adult should hopefully just clip it. And we don't even need the tripwire hooks either. We can go straight into an observer like so. And then if we put something on the end here that we can show glowing, or a piston head like that will do, you can see, like, if we go underneath, nothing. But if we jump, the string will detect it. It kind of does 2 little pulses. It does one when we kind of jump in the string and one without, but still, that's very, very handy. So what we're going to do is build this over the track. So let's, first off like that, let's test. He will definitely get seen if we detect that string wherever it is. Boom, you can see the little observer butt flashing like that when he goes past. If we build one even higher, like so, you'll see nothing. That one isn't getting triggered, right? But when this guy does grow up, we're very much hoping that his head will just be big enough to scrape the bottom bit of the string up here, and we can detect it. And at least that way we can start doing something different. We can change the track orientation to make him go elsewhere. And now he's all grown up. You can see on the left we have the baby only activating the bottom observer, and the grown-up on the right activating both. I am so happy about forward thinking, right? I made these little, like, air gaps between the floors because I knew that redstone needs air gaps. So now we have it, we can totally use it, and I can gloat and be really happy that I've thought ahead and did it. So what have we got here? We've got a bunch of things going on. We've got the adult going around now who is hitting the bit of string that you can barely see. It's right there. You can see the hitbox now. That is going to take out a pulse, or kind of 2 pulses really, but by putting it into this little monostable circuit, we kind of turn it back into 1 single pulse, because it pushes it down and leaves it there, and then the second pulse pulls it back again. So now we have a redstone line, which I think, instead of making the track change direction, we're actually going to make the activator rail here. Can I do this quick enough? We're going to make this go right here. Hada! Which pushes him out, you see? So every time the cart goes over here now... Well, it stopped because it stopped hitting the thing. But if you go back in the cart... No, wrong way! You're going the wrong way. There's a very specific centrifugal direction to go. There we go. He'll get spat out again. There we go. But when the cart just goes round on its own, it doesn't trigger any of this. And a baby in that cart would also not trigger it too. What about me? Am I considered a baby? I'm considered a baby. This is, of course, direction dependent as well. You have to be traveling anti-clockwise around this thing because you need to detect yourself first. But then by the time the redstone stuff has done things, you've moved on a little bit and you're on top of this. So we have to be going this way around the track, which is lucky because... Oh, hello, are you helping? Which is very, very lucky because when we put a car onto the centrifuge from the middle of the track here, it chooses naturally to go in that direction. So that's why we've made sure it goes that way. Otherwise, we could just flip this round and everything is okay. But now we have the problem. We have 2 problems, actually. First off, this guy's just running around free, which we cannot have. You need to be self-contained at all times. And we also have a minecart that's just on its own having fun at the park too. So we need a way to now detect an empty minecart and get it off the track, get it back into like some sort of storage holder. And you kind of jumped out right here, didn't you? And I think we can change where you get spat out by adding different blocks around here. It's a bit like a bed, so let's do some experiments with that first. I love being under the floorboards here like this. Okay, so if we go to this block, put a lever on it, this is the activator rail. I've just disconnected this line for now, although you still got spat out then. This is on the whole time, right? So we can see where we're going to get spat out instead of using this villager. You go down that hole, right? If we jump on in... Boop. Oh, it's really difficult to... Okay. No, okay, we'll see where you get pushed out. So you do get pushed out on this block here, and I think that is every single time. Can we have another demonstration, please? Boom. Yeah, you go on that one. I think if we block this one off, like so, you'll now get spat out somewhere different, but you're not going to do a demonstration for us again, are you? Boop. Okay, it's this block now. Interesting. So if we cover that one up as well, I wonder what happens. I think it's just going to keep pushing us around and land us in a different spot. Yep, now it's on this block. Okay, whoa, hello. Whoa, crazy. So I think this block is actually okay. If we add a little hole here, I think it's acting the same thing, right? Whether it's blocked up or there is an air gap, it's still not going to want to spit us out on that specific spot. We ride it round, and yeah, it puts us back out here again. That's a little problem, but I think we can solve it by putting a trap door here, opening it as soon as everything triggers, right? Because at the moment we have a trigger. So first thing it will do is trigger the activator rail, spit you out on top of the door here. Then the second thing it will... Oh dear. Oh dear. The second thing it will do is open the trapdoor, and then the third thing it will do is change the track over here, making the empty cart go back off into the system. Very, very smart. We've had to resort to containing this guy, and we are going to have to do what all good scientists do, experiment on themselves. And that means we're going to have to make a few tweaks. As we saw, I'm considered a baby by this machine, so we're going to have to change it around just a little bit so that it's now lower. We know that this works when we raise it up, but if we put, another piece of string right here, we need to reset this so that it's up at the top. But now technically we can be the grown adult going through the whole system, and then everything should work. So we've hooked up the trap door here, and we've added another little redstone line. It goes first up into this torch, and then down into another torch. And the reason for that is we need to have this kind of go up into a block. And the only way to get redstone to go up into a block like that is with a torch. Annoyingly, you can't use a repeater. That has to be from the side. So yeah, the only way to do it is from torches, and we need a non-inverted signal, which just means we need two. That basically reverses it and then unreverses it again, versus it, I guess. We also want to pop a glass block here to block this spawning space. This seems to be the priority one. It wants to spit us out here, but that glass block will force us over to here. So hopefully, as long as the trapdoor is shut when we respawn, or when we kind of like get kicked out, or whatever you want to call it, we should then have it open up by our new signal, and then we will drop straight down. So let's just hop in the car, see exactly what happens. I will now get triggered. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, excellent. Oh, great. Forward thinking didn't happen this time round. And with another little added circuit here, just connecting on from where the trapdoor is above. A 3-tick little delay up into another piece of track over here. If I can crawl my way out, we can see that this will now make the minecart fly off the track. So it's going round and round. It's this one that we're controlling here. And when that torch underneath turns off, this track goes straight, connects up to here, and sends the cart round this way. So you can see it's not happening with an empty cart, which kind of is what we want it to happen, but it's because this whole system hasn't been triggered yet. So if we hop in, we'll see I get put out in here, and the cart should go off over there. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this myself. Maybe I should be using a helper here. Come on, you're free now. You can go about and get added, jump in the car and do all sorts of stuff. Don't climb on your cage. These villagers, I tell you, you were more trouble now you're an adult than you were when you were a little baby. You didn't move when you were a baby. You just stood there. But we finally have you contained and ready to shoot off to demonstrate the new circuit. But I realized I can kind of demonstrate it by just jumping under this string. You'll see first up, this lights up, then very quickly this opens, and then that piece of track over there changes. So, bum. You can see, ba-ba-ba, just like that. Da-da-da. In a nice order. So let's get a good visual demonstration. You should end up in the hole over there, and this minecart, you should end up over here, ready to recycle into the system. So go! Ba-ba-ba-ba. Look at that. Everything happens in a split second. Perfect. So you would fall down as an adult, ready to the next floor to get assigned a job. We just now need a cactus system to put this back into a dispenser, as well as some kind of dispenser system so that when a baby does fall down, it gets automatically put into a minecart. Very, very easy stuff. Then it just needs a good old decoration. And as this is a centrifuge, we want to really centrifuge it up and make it a huge centrifuge. But first, we have an emergency on our hands. See? And that is because our elytra is Curse of Binding, that it's not repairing itself. Look, it's dying. It's half dead already. And we cannot have this. This is our only one. And I got it for free. And I am going to try and turn this prank or whatever into a good thing overall. So we need to get this off somehow. And the only way to do it, I can't pull it off of my back. It's stuck with glue or something crazy, is to die. Because now, yes, there it is. We have it taken off. It's still got the Curse of Binding on it. But we can go, oh, I shouldn't hold it because if I accidentally right-click, we got to do all of that again. We can now go and add a mending book, and I think we have access. Which one of you is it? Is it you? We have access to some unbreaking books, so I just need to buy 2 of these. So what do we need? 1 diamond and a book. We should be able to have those. If we grab those. I'm an emerald, obviously. Testing. I was just testing. We go like that. Boom. Boom, grab 2 of those. I do need some more experience to be able to combine these and stuff. But now we can go over here, combine those 2 together. Lovely. And then we can put both of these things on our wings, like so. And just pretend clonk, clonk. Oh, we did it. Oh, it was perfect. Wings now very much reattached permanently, and we can get back to some sciencing. So we're up at the top floor now. I've added a little impulse village breeder here than the very manual setup we had before. It's still pretty manual, but not too bad. And I've created a majestic hole down to the next floor so that we can jump down. The babies should fall down that hole right there. So we can test this whole thing out and we can show off exactly what it looks like. Let's go and grab some carrots first. We're just going to grab half a stack. That should do the trick, I think. I'm going to go over here and throw some, and then very, very quickly, we're going to go and get ready to jump down the hole. So we're going to want to get some love hearts going. Come on, that's it. Share out the love. Very nice. We're jumping down, and we wait for a baby. There it is. He plopped down with a little baby honk. And around he goes. That worked out perfectly. Okay, so we have some more carts in here in case any other babies want to be born. Now, they might crash and collide and things like that, and that's okay. Things happen like that in science. This is all just about letting them grow up dizzy, basically. So no matter what, it's going to work. Now we can just watch and wait and enjoy until this little guy grows up big and strong, and then we'll see if the rest of this works. So I've got to wait like 19 and a bit minutes now. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Let's get a nice perch. Let's go, maybe go over here. There you go. Oh, by the way, here's what it looks like. What do you think? It looks fairly centrifugey. It's kind of sciencey looking. It's a very difficult thing to kind of decorate because we have blocks like this one here with the little thing on it ready for to dispense the cart out. We've got cactus thrown in there. We've got like very exposed redstone, lots of exposed track. I should probably make that block under there white as well, but you know, what can you do? You might also notice that we have the drop chute for the babies here, and I've duplicated that over here and over here as well. Purely decorative, just to kind of make the whole thing feel a little bit like it's being supported in the whole room. I think it works out quite nicely. Right, we need to stand exactly here and wait quite a long time. Wait a minute, a second baby was born! They had enough carrots! They must have found tiny little carrot crumbs and gathered them up and ate them or something. This proves the system works with two of them. And the first one, according to my calculations, still has about 13 minutes left to spin. That must be... Can you imagine? Things would be vomit everywhere. It's disgusting. We will see if these two are close enough together where it just kind of pulls one off. I was trying to work with like one tick at a time, so hopefully things change very, very quickly and then change very, very quickly back, so it should only let the one through. But I guess this is a perfect experiment. If those two upstairs stop with the mating like rabbits and only leave us these two, we will finally see just how good the centrifuge is. Oh, there it is. He grew, he gets kicked out, falls down the thing, and the cart gets returned. All while second baby little brother is spinning on round for another couple of minutes. That worked out perfectly, so this should have 3 carts in it. It does. Let's go down and check on the baby real quick. Ba-bum. Where are you? You're already a farmer. Look at you wanting to get your job already out of this hole. Beautiful. Good stuff, man. That's very, very cool. Right, yeah, this floor needs to be worked on. I think we'll work on that another episode. And then we need to do something about the breeding as well to really size up that a lot too. But this is working wonderfully. Oh, there's your brother. Okay, welcome to the floor. Oh, goodness. And again, just like real scientists do, we should celebrate with some birthday cake. Delicious stuff and a stand in the very middle of our centrifuge as it whizzes on round. This is going to become the ultimate villager breeding tower, folks. Thank you so very much for being here, part of the journey. Let me know any ideas you have down in the comments as well. A massive, wonderful thank you to my beautiful patrons whose names are all over the screen right now. They are not spinning round, unlike the villager behind me. But until the next episode, a good-bye.